It's been a massive week and to the start of 2022 when it comes to Microsoft Flight Simulator. With new sim updates straight out of the gate and also a bunch of new aircraft releases, we've got you covered with all the latest announcements, releases, news, so let's jump into the video. Welcome to another Microsoft Flight Simulator update video. In these videos, we take a look at all the Flight Simulator news and developments in one weekly video. Now, before we jump into it, 74% of all viewers that watch the Oz Flight Simulator channel are not subscribed. So if that's one of you, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you know when our next video goes live, and it's much appreciated. Thank you. Kicking off this week's previews and announcements, and the first one goes to the team over Aerosoft as they finally place a date for the release of the DHC-6 Twin Otter. This will be the second aircraft from the Aerosoft team to add to their fleet for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The Twin Otter is scheduled to hit our Aerosoft stores on the 19th of January. The team has mentioned we should expect to see a bunch of liveries and models included in this package. Golden Key Designs this week announced they are bringing the legendary and iconic MiG-21 to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Golden Key did release the MiG-21 in Prepare, where it was well received in the community, and now the team is bringing the aircraft directly to the new sim. The package will include a drag chute and an autopilot. Some of the other features include high quality textures including PBR, realistic engine characteristics, detailed landing gear, and more. Golden Key Designs MiG-21 is expected to release in early 2022, and of course we'll keep you posted and keep our eye on this one. The Just Flight BA-146 must be getting close to release. We have been talking about this a lot during the development, but last week we saw a video from the YouTube channel, The Corporate Pilot Dad, featuring a preview build and with a trip from Aspen to Denver with the BA-46. So hopefully we won't have to wait too long before we see this in our virtual skies, but I'll leave a link in the description below to check out the video. Why don't you go and give him a subscribe as well. Moving on to this week's releases, and the first big one is Indio Fox Echo this week releasing its much anticipated F-35 Lightning II for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The F-35 has been in development for over a year now, and it comes with three variants of the jet fighter: the F-35A for conventional landing and takeoffs, the F-35B for vertical landings, and the F-35C for carrier operations. Indio Fox Techo says that every variant has a realistic flight dynamics with each a uniqueness from stall to carrier variants. Other features include a realistic pilot interface through the primary control display, liveries for all the air forces and services that are currently using the F-35 that are flying today. Sound package is based on real-world recordings of the aircraft, and you can pick it up over at the Sim Market store. I'll leave a link in the description below. The next aircraft release for the week goes to, or which is, I should say, is the Grumman F3 F-2 from Aeroplane Heaven. Originally slated for a before Christmas release, it was slightly delayed and now has been released in early 2022. This iconic aircraft is nicknamed the Flying Barrel due to its iconic double barrel shape, and the Grumman with its Cyclone radial engines powers this aircraft all the way up to 255 miles per hour. Some of the other features included in the package is a high fidelity model, authentic cockpit details which include bespoke animations and effects, full PBR, material textures, and your choice of electric or carriage star. Highly recommend going and checking out AvAngel's review of the Grumman. I'll leave a link in the description below. And if you want to pick up your copy of the F3 F-2 Grumman from Aeroplane Heaven, you can go and check out their website. I'll leave a link also in the description below. In another release this week, this goes to the team over at Drizlecki Designs, this week releasing another detail airport for them, which is Chicago Midway. Chicago sees approximately 20 million passengers a year, and after its construction in 1955, pretty much handles 95% of all Midway passengers. Features include in the airport, I should say, is a high quality model of Chicago Midway, FPS friendly, epic for night textures, dynamic lightings and PBR materials, high definition mesh including exact runway profiles. It is also compatible with Chicago landmarks from Microsoft Flight Simulator by Drizlecki Designs. You can pick up your copy of Chicago Midway over at the Sim Market store. I'll leave a link in the description below. Just Flight this week have had another release, and this one is Real Taxiways Europe Edition. This is the second add-on to the franchise after Just Flight released Taxiway USA in late 2021. Real Taxiways Europe overrides the default signage at airports across Europe to make them more realistic. This is done by matching the signage of the OKA standards and country naming. These airports are better matched to the airports and charts as well. Some of the other features including is 1,100 airports have been updated with 41,500 taxi signs. Each sign is near real-world taxi signs, and multi-variants of signs have been included in the package, and sign sizes are appropriate to the airport, and they also use double-sided taxi signs. There is many more features, but I think you get the point. This add-on makes signs more realistic in the sim, and you can pick up your copy of Real World Taxi Signs Europe Edition directly from the Just Flight store. I'll leave a link in the description below. Before we jump into this week's releases, we have a quick word from our partners Apex Gaming PCs, and at the moment we have it for a limited time only a 10% discount exclusive for Oz Flight Simmer viewers, and also we have a new range of PCs called the Experimental Class. Apex Gaming PCs and the Oz Flight Simmer channel have partnered up to create a range of gaming flight simmer PCs tailored to flight simulation pilots in mind. The private pilot and the commercial pilot range has been designed to provide a great frame rates if you are on a budget, or if you're an experienced simmer and want to take your simming to the next level. You can even customize to suit your virtual pilot needs. Links in the description below if you want to check out the new range of Oz Flight Simmer PCs, the private pilot and the commercial pilot. Moving on to the first Flight Sim development update for 2022. The Microsoft Flight Simulator team straight out of the gate released a new sim update version 1.21.18.0. This version has been in public beta since before Christmas and is now ready to move from beta to a full release. The updates included a bunch of sim fixes and bug fixes, and here's some of the key features that we saw with this update. Stability across the sim has been improved management of high proximity of meters to avoid hard weather transitions, fixed abnormal temperatures above flight levels 45,000 feet, live weather clouds on the ground should now display as fog, fixed live weather referring to AMSL instead of AGL, a bunch of VR fixes and issues resolved. Track IR support has now been fixed. World map drag with a custom mouse profile has been fixed as well. Fixed reverse throttles, fixed glass cockpits remaining off after cold and dark startup, fixed coloring banding, which has been introduced since Sim Update 5. The Reno Air Racing package has seen an optimization for the multiplayer. There's a new air rack, which is 2113, and a bunch of other fixes and updates for the SDK. Of course, with all Microsoft Flight Simulator updates, third-party products have had a little trouble, and they may need updates from their developers, so keep that in mind. This week we were also treated with a new development roadmap, and from the looks of things, the Next World update, which is Australia, has been pushed back for a few days. Originally slated for Australia Day release on the 26th of January, now it looks like it's going to be released between the 31st of January and the 4th of February. The FOC will be released around the same time as part of the Local Legends series, and from it looks like it is still on track. Sim Update 7 is scheduled for the 22nd of February, releasing along with a DLC aircraft from the Asobo team, which is the Antonov AN2, to be released around about the same time. I believe this Sim Update is to be full of just fixes and stability improvements to the sim. Perhaps some updates to the aerodynamics will be included in this update, as they are featuring a discovery video the week prior. Other than that, we're not expecting to really see any featured content when it comes to Sim Update 7. Late March, we will see the following world update. No information at this stage of what region and what local legend aircraft this will include. Moving on to a third-party update. Since the last one, which was a few weeks ago, we have seen 90 additional airports to the sim and 10 additional aircraft from various third-party websites around the globe. We've also seen the first update to the marketplace this year, and it's a huge one. It's pretty big. 41 new products, 23 of these on PC and 21 on Xbox. None of these products are aircraft, they're pretty much all airports, but we did see a third-party livery pack for the A320neo, which is compatible for PC and Xbox. This is the first of the kind we've seen in the marketplace, but also the first of the kind we're seeing at liveries for Xbox. Like I mentioned before, the rest of the products were pretty much mostly airports. Welcome back everybody to another Microsoft Flight Simulator year. 2022 is going to be a massive one. Please be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Like I said, 74% of all viewers that watch the Oz Flight Simulator channel aren't subscribed, so if that's one of you, please hit the subscribe button. It's much appreciated and it does help us out. Stick around if you're wondering what the best or the top 5 must-have flight sims for this year in 2022. Check out that video as we dropped it early in this week and you'll be able to see which sim made the list.